views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDBTV.
Shirt, too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York and Japan.
Everybody, welcome back this week to Doing It with Styles. We appreciate you coming back every week. I know you've been watching. Our numbers have been up the last couple months because you got no place else to go, nothing to do. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate the support of the station. Today I got a really cool guest. All of you real estate people are really going to be jazzed because I have Victoria Kennedy. Now, Victoria was nominated as a 2020 brand ambassador for Inman. And for those of you who don't know what Inman is, Victoria is going to tell you.
Inman is the #1 real estate publication in the country. It's also global. So to have been nominated to be a brand ambassador and to stand behind and get the support of this wonderful real estate brand has just been quite an honor, and I'm so grateful.
So that is basically, that's an industry publication, one of the biggest for the real estate industry. The biggest, okay. So yes. Yeah, sorry, Inman. But you are also you are the CEO of Atlas Real Estate, and that is a lead generation agency. So yes. Tell us a little bit about Atlas and how that works and what that actually means.
Absolutely. So Atlas Real Estate, we are a lead generation agency, and what that means is provide real motivated buyers and sellers for our agents. We help connect them with the buyers and sellers who want to purchase a home, and then we help them follow up with all of their leads. So we do all of the follow-up for them because I know that's a place where a lot of the agents drop the ball. And then what we do is we take it one step further and we actually have our own call center. So we will personally call each lead, pre-qualify them, and schedule appointments for our agents. Yes.
So the leads that you're providing to the agents or the agent has been pre-qualified. Mm-hmm. They're actively seeking or either buying or selling their home.
Yes.
So it's not just here's a list of 1,000 people in Las Vegas that may or may not want to buy or sell a home.
Yeah, so what we do is we generate a bunch of leads because, as you know, you have to generate a lot to find out where the true buyers and sellers are. So we'll generate a lot of leads for the agent, and then we'll personally call them to figure out, okay, who's serious, who's not, who's really a motivated buyer or seller. Once we get that real buyer or seller on the phone, then we'll either do a live transfer or we'll book an appointment for our agent.
Wow.
And then again,
wait, you make the appointment for the agent?
Well, I don't, but my team
No, but I mean, but I mean, the agency does. You set up the appointment. And wow, that's great.
If we can't get a hold of a live transfer, because obviously the live transfer is the best.
Sure.
Get that hot lead on the phone. If we can't, then we'll just schedule an appointment with the agent, and we have a lot of branding associated with this, so we find out what makes the agent unique so that when we're on the phone with that lead, we're saying, oh, well, you're going to just love working with Brian. He's been serving the Las Vegas community for the past 4 years. He's going to take really good care of you. So we make sure we brand the agent on every form of our marketing. And then at the very last step, if you get a qualified lead and they're ready to go and they tell you, I've been pre-qualified, but you know what? It's going to take me 6 months. And then, of course, an agent goes, I'm not going to remember to call this person for 6 months. They're going to think, oh, gosh, there's so many other things to do. So we take care of that as well. We have automatic pipelines. So every month, every 2 weeks, we'll follow up with that agent for them as them. So,
great.
Hey, Brian, it's me, your agent, just checking in on you. How are things going? Hey, just wanted to check in. I saw a listing that I thought would be perfect for you. Do you mind if I send it your way? We send things like this every month coming from the agent, so that lead thinks, wow, this agent follows up with me every month. They're always checking in, so that they truly do get that closing in those 6 months or however long it is.
Right. Well, we all want to believe that the people that we're doing business with care about us and not just our dollars. Yeah. One of the things that I went to your website, the Atlas Real Estate website, and one of the things that I kind of intrigued me was that there's a note on there that you only work with one agent per city. So I thought that that was kind of interesting in that it limits the amount of customers, if you will. So that's going to reduce the amount of money that you are going to make. But the value of that, in my opinion, is that you're not just sending out a bunch of leads to 100 different. Is that the case? Is that why you're doing that? I mean,
I have a lot of loyalty with my clients. You know, I call my clients, I have weekly check-ins. You know I always ask them, how are they doing? How are their kids? How is their life? To me, it's really important. I want to be their long-term growth partner, right? So I find it very important to have loyalty to my agents because they have loyalty to me. So if I have an agent in Las Vegas, then I'm going to do everything I can to make them the top producing agent in Las Vegas. I'm not going to take on any other clients in Las Vegas. I want to make sure they shine, they thrive in their city. And I do that to all my agents, be it San Diego, Atlanta, Houston, wherever it is that they are. I'm not taking on any more agents in their city to make sure that I'm focused and loyal just to them.
so, and that made me think of something else is let's take a city like Los Angeles. Now, Los Angeles is a big city, and there are cities within cities in Los Angeles. So do you make exceptions there, or is there?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I'll do like especially in big cities like that, it'll be like a 25, 50 mile radius, because I've had a client in Riverside, California, which is sort of considered LA.
Yeah,
and
no,
I've
no, no,
also had a
I'm familiar
client-
with the area, yeah.
Yeah, and I've also had a client in Manhattan Beach,
Okay.
right? So they're both, I guess, LA County, but they're so far away and completely different. You know,
And
like
and
night
it's a whole,
day.
Riverside is a whole different world than Manhattan Beach. So-
Absolutely. So, but I always make sure that I ask the agent before I do that. I say, look, and I've actually had done this for San Antonio, because, you know, Texas is so big. And in San Antonio, the whole city of San Antonio is about 50, 70 miles. I mean, it's a huge city. So I had one agent doing North San Antonio and one South, right? But I talked to the agents first, and I said, I don't want to interfere. I don't want you guys encroaching over each other's. Is this going to work? And they both agreed to it, so it was fine. But yeah, I'm in communication with my agents, and I want to just make sure that whatever area I'm doing for them, it's theirs alone.
That's great, because the relationship building is going to create additional customers and sales for you in the future. And
Absolutely.
so you're not just focused on closing the deal, making the sale, you're looking at the long term. I like that, and I think that that's one of the things that a lot of businesses miss today. You know, it's just like, make the sale, close the deal, and, you know, give me your money and get out of my way, kind of thing.
You know, and I agree with you, John. I think that there is no more business as usual. And if business as usual was transactional based, you cannot get away with that anymore.
Yeah.
We are living in post-COVID-19 times. You know, there's a lot of uncertainty in the world. Let's not even talk about the riots and everything crazy that's going on. You know, there is a lot going on. You cannot do business as usual. You cannot just, oh, well, one and done, that's it.
Yeah.
No, we have to bring humanity back into business, especially now, right? People crave social interaction more than ever. They want to be seen and treated with respect and as human beings. Now, as business owners, it's important to think of relationship first, transaction second. It will happen, but lead with your humanity.
Well, I always say, I like doing business with people I like doing business with. You know, it's just, it makes it pleasant. You're also, I wanted to bring this up too, highly in demand speaker on all things digital marketing. That's a pretty wide area when we talk about digital marketing. I mean, we're now finding out, or we're realizing we can't do business as usual, or the business that the way we used to do it before the lockdown. We're all realizing we have to, if we want to survive in the future. And a real estate agent is a small business. You don't get much smaller than that.
Yeah.
So a lot of small businesses are not going to survive. But one of the questions that I wanted to ask, I meant to ask this earlier, was that So in the last couple of months, how do you see the market? Do you think it's gone down, it's gone up, it stayed the same? I mean, do you see, what is your perspective on the housing market right now?
Absolutely. Well, I just actually came from Inman Connect. We had a 3-day conference where I was one of the speakers, and I got to sit in as an ambassador on some of the sessions. And we had someone from the mortgage side come in and do predictions of what is going on with the market with real graphs. And what we're seeing is a U shape, right? So it was starting up high, and then of course, because of lockdown, it completely went down. There was just no buying or selling. Real estate wasn't even essential in some places. But now we're really seeing it spike up again. Because here's the thing, you know, we always talk about the spring boom in real estate, right? Lots of people want to buy a home in spring. We didn't have that because everyone was in shelter in place and lockdown. That doesn't mean those people who wanted to buy or sell just disappeared, right? Didn't mean that they're just gone.
Right.
It just meant that they got pushed back. So now they have to do it in the summer, right? So I don't see this as a negative thing. We have to realize this is a health crisis, not a housing crisis,
Gotcha.
right? The economy bounced back. People still want to buy or sell a home. Now more than ever, people have been sheltering in a place thinking, I don't want to live here. Get me out of this place. I want a new home to live in. And I think we're really seeing the importance of home ownership. You know, everyone would talk about how millennials aren't buying homes anymore. But what this pandemic has taught us is that that's simply not true. Millennials want a home. People are realizing the importance of home more than ever before because of this lockdown.
Interesting. And it does, you know, in addition to running the marketing agency, you've also given talks and workshops and worked as a trusted consultant for realtors, title companies, investors, and top producing agents. But the next thing is the run I really wanted to talk about. And we'll get back to the other stuff, but to me this is interesting.
Oh,
you are also, Victoria, a #1 selling classical crossover singer, and you have sung with the likes of Andrea Bocelli, which is no easy thing to do. He doesn't just sing with anybody. How did you get from that to real estate? I mean, what, or do you still sing? Do you still perform?
I do.
Oh,
I
cool.
do. Actually, here in Vegas, before the lockdown, I had a residency at the Venetian Hotel, and I would sing every Friday night.
Where was this at again?
In the Venetian Hotel.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Yes,
perfect.
in St. Mark's Square.
Right.
Every Friday with the PM trio, I would sing with 2 other classical musicians, and we would do classical songs and operetta, musical theaters, and light jazz every Friday night. Of course, Venetian is closed.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be opening today, I think it is.
Yesterday, I think. The 4th?
Yes.
Yeah,
but
yesterday.
We're still in phase 2. We're not in phase 3. Phase 3 is when, you know,
Right.
these can open for entertainment. So right now I'm still closed until further notice. But yes, I was singing for the past year every Friday night at the Venetian. So
Wow.
I'm still getting my singing on, you know.
So what was it like to stand next to Andrea Bocelli and sing with him?
One of the highlights of my life. One of the highlights. Just amazing, fantastic. He is such an artist, and his presence, you feel his presence.
Yes.
You know, I mean, he really just resonates this positivity and this light and this brilliance. And it was just wonderful to be next to him and singing. I love to sing. I'm never going to stop, but it's nice to be able to provide value in the world in another way. Right? Because I was providing value through singing,
right.
which is great. And now I'm providing value by helping people find homes, you know, and that's also very rewarding for me.
That's good. I believe that it's important that that you love what you do, or you do what you love. Then it's not a job. This is not a job for me. This is, you know, I retired some years ago, and I've been doing this for about 5 years now. And it's kind of in the back of my mind. It's something I always wanted to do, but never had the chance, and stumbled into it, fell into it accidentally. But yeah, I'm digging it. You know,
Well, you're good at it, John. You're good at it. Anybody, keep watching John share this. You know, he's good. You know, and I love that too. And what I do a lot when I when you read in my bio, I consult a lot for top agents and titles of this. I love public relations. I love PR. I love giving people a platform in which to say whatever it is they want to say, because everybody has a unique story to tell. I'm sure I don't have to tell you this, John. You hear people's stories every day.
Yes.
And I love giving people that platform as well, of like, hey, you have something so valuable to say that people will love to hear. Let's get you in the newspaper, let's get you on podcasts. I love doing that for my agents and other entrepreneurs, because I feel like everyone deserves to have their story be told.
So your focus is not just on the real estate market. You do other digital marketing and PR as well?
For other entrepreneurs, other
Okay.
business owners. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to have you come back one of these days, and we'll talk about that too. And you're based here in Las Vegas?
I am. I love it here.
Are you from Vegas? Are you a native, or? And
I'm
I
not a
always ask
native.
the younger people that, because most of them are now, but.
Now,
Yeah.
but no, I'm part of the generation that is not a native.
And
But
where are you from, if you don't mind my
I'm
asking?
from California originally, so not too far away, just hop,
Yeah.
skip, and jump. But I've lived here now for 2.5 years, but
Okay.
I lived here prior. So I had lived here 5 years prior to that for 2 years. So I have a lot of friends here. I have a lot of support, and I really like it here. It's a big, small town,
It's and it is, and we don't all live in the casinos and the hotels and stuff like that, but it's when you get away from the casinos and the hotels and the gambling and all that stuff, it really is a great place to live, and I love the people here. I lived here as a kid, moved away, and then came back, and I've been here 20 years now this time. And there's something about the desert at night. It's magical, and there's some great people here. I just love it. And anyway, and there's great restaurants, great shows, and you can, if you want to go food shopping at 3 o'clock in the morning, you can do that. Not that I
Yes.
do, but you can if you want. So.
Yeah, I love that. I feel about this town that there's not a lot of judgment. People are so open-minded. People are so accepting of other people and different cultures and different ways of living, and I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, we got a pretty good melting pot here.
Yeah.
You can, and you hear so many different languages.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I always figure they're talking about me behind my back, but I know that's not true. So no. There is. I wanted to talk about the power of closing maximization method and how it can exponentially grow your business. What the heck is that, and what does that mean?
Yes, that's something that's unique for my agency, Atlas Real Estate. What we do, our closing maximization method, is just not only, as I said, about getting leads, but providing that branding for the agents, making sure they're known as the agent for buying and selling leads in whatever city that they're in, right? Really making sure when people think of real estate, they think of my agents,
Right.
Not only providing them with a ton of leads, but then whittling those down to just the true motivated buyers and sellers, right? Because what we're after is closings, and it's hard to have a relationship with 100 people, right?
Yes.
But if we can whittle that down in just 10 to 20 opportunities a month for my agents of these are the people that are serious, we vetted them, we went through all of the leads, these are the ones you want to focus on, then that gives the agent peace of mind and able to establish a real relationship with these people so that they can help them in their home buying journey.
So you have agents all over the country.
Yes.
I'm not sure the question that I'm trying to ask. I'm trying to formulate that so it makes sense to somebody else besides me. How do you, I guess my question would be then, how large is your agency? How do you deal with that many people on that scale, I guess? Is that, I mean, is it just you, or you got all these people over here that are working with you and coordinating all the stuff that's going on?
Yeah.
So
We have
as
a
an
team of
agent, I could
6.
come in and well, I know I can get a hold of you or someone in your agency rather than waiting for 3 days for you to
Absolutely.
call me back.
Oh, no, we have a 48-hour policy where we will definitely get back to you within 48 hours. We have account managers for all of our clients so they can get a
Okay.
hold
All right.
of us within a certain period of time. We have a private Facebook group for them. I like to call my agents every Friday. So I've already talked to 3 of them this morning, even before we had this chat. And I just like to say, how's it going? How are things? How's your life? How are you dealing with COVID? I really like to, as I said before, be a long-term growth partner with my agents. This morning, I was just discussing with my agent, we do his lead generation and his marketing, but we were talking about public relations, right? Like getting him, in newspapers and this, that, and the other, and that's not a part of the closing maximization method, but it's something I always like to brainstorm with my agents because they teach me so much. They teach me what's going on, what they need, what they want, and again, it's leading with relationship as opposed to transaction, right? And I always tell them, like, today I was on the phone with one of them and I said, Rick, I don't care if you go with me or someone else. I just want you to succeed. Your success is my success. You tell your friends if, this is going really well, you tell your friends in other cities, not your city, and that's great for me. Right. And I like talking to happy agents. I learn so much from them. They hopefully get so much from me. And I want to have that relationship. There's so many horror stories you hear of marketers and you give them your money, you never hear from them again. You can't get a hold of them. Because I have agents all across the United States, Zoom is an important tool for me. Being able to speak to my agents and saying, how's it going? What's going on in your city? How can I help you succeed? That's really important to me. So even though I have a team of 6 employees plus a call center, this, that, and the other, I never lose track of my clients. They always know how to get a hold of me if they need to, and as part of also having their own account manager if there's any issues that they need. So it's very a hands-on approach, just making sure I can serve them at the highest level possible.
So what advice would you give to an individual who is either looking to sell or buy a home in today's market on what they should be looking for in an agent and what they should expect? I don't know if that's a fair question because you have one agent that you're working with in Las Vegas, so if you don't want to answer that, it's okay.
No, you should be looking for an agent that you can respect, that holds your same values, who sees you and wants to establish a relationship with you and not have just a transactional exchange, right? Someone who really cares about your best interest. What are you looking for in a home that you want to buy? What's really going to strike your fancy, makes you want to live there for the rest of your life, have a forever home? You want an agent with those things in mind. Someone who really has their finger on the pulse of what's happening here in our local Las Vegas market, right? My client, Conrad Brock, we actually just did an article in the paper for him in the Las Vegas Review Journal just last week. He was featured as an expert talking about what's going on. He's a former performer. I'm a former performer. So we got along very well.
Great.
And he knows the city because he comes from that performer background. So he understands uniquely what's going on from a performer's background. He's also a 4th generation realtor. So we had a whole conversation where I interviewed him about what is going on in the market here in Las Vegas. And having a realtor like that, who knows what your best interest is, who cares so much about the Las Vegas community, is something you should be looking into. It doesn't mean they have to be born here, but it means they have to really care. And it doesn't help, it should help if they're a Golden Knights fan as well.
There you go. Yeah, all right. So, Victoria, I know that you got to run here pretty quick, so I'd like to give you an opportunity to provide any information that I was not able to bring out yet. Is there anything that you'd like to talk about or tell our audience or say you're on?
Absolutely. Well, if you're a realtor watching, and this goes for Las Vegas realtors, I'm not trying to pitch here. I just want to give you some really practical advice about how to differentiate yourself and stand out and provide real value to your community. What you can do, actionable steps, write this down, guys. Make a video, just a quick video, right? Just in front of, with your Zoom, with your camera, and just say, hey guys, this is Victoria, and I want to talk to you. I bet you're scared about what's going on right now with COVID and what's going on with the Las Vegas community. I get it. Don't worry. I've been watching the market trends, and this is what's going on. Tell them from your own perspective what's going on, and say, look, if you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'm here to help. Watch your conversions skyrocket. I'm serious. If you just make quick videos, because videos now are more powerful than ever before because we can't get face to people, if people can see that you're a real realtor who cares about them and their community, they're going to start reaching out to you. So that's my number one actionable step. Number two, guys, now has never been a better time to go all in. Whether you're in Vegas, whether you're wherever you are, go all in with your marketing. Now has never been a better time because everybody's on their phones. Everybody is looking for an escape to get out of their current situation. The housing market is not going anywhere. It's only going up from now on, right? Everyone's getting out of lockdown. It's only going up. Be on that upper edge. Invest in marketing. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message. As John was saying, you can find me at Go Atlas Real Estate, or send me a private Facebook message. I'm all about relationships. You can find me on Facebook, Victoria J. Kennedy. And just send me a personal message. Say that you enjoyed watching this, John's show, and you have some questions. I'm more than willing to help you out wherever you're at in your journey.
That's awesome. Victoria, thank you very much for being on today. I appreciate it. It's what people like yourself and businesses like yourself are what helps make our studio and my show what it is, because it's your show, not mine. And I'd like to thank you. And if you, in the future, you have anything that you want to, help promote out there, give me a holler. We'll do this again. And any final words before we wrap this up today?
Thank you so much, John, for having me. I think that you are a light in our community.
Why, thank you.
You're saying thank you to me. I thank you to you for giving people like myself, local people, a platform where they can talk about how they're providing value to our community, how they're helping our community grow. And you're giving us that platform in which we can share what we do with others. So thank you so much. Please continue to do this. It has been a pleasure.
Thank you. And thank you all for tuning in again. Like I say, we really, really, really appreciate your support. And if you got any questions, you want to hear anything, want to see anything, you know where to get a hold of me. That's John at WWDBTV.com. And like I always say, if you're going to do it with styles. Bye.
Nice work, John.
That was awesome, kiddo.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Hang on just a second. Okay, good. I just get paranoid
Yeah.
when stuff doesn't go right. So, because I want you to see this and be happy with it, and then you're going to tell other people, hey, college guy. Anyway, I'll have this edited, and I'll have all your information up on the screen, so your contact info and stuff like that. And for your email address, you want the support at, okay. And also for the website, goatlasrealestate.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Do
could
you want
put my Facebook handle?
Victoria J. Kennedy, isn't it?
Victoria J. Kennedy, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I got the J. Yeah. And what about a phone number? Do you want to put a phone number on there or not?
No, let's not put a phone.
Okay, that's fine. That's why I always ask. So,
Thank you.
Okay, and I got another show coming up too. So Victoria, thank you again. And like I say, if you need anything or you want anything, give me a holler. If you want to come in the studio sometime and see what we got here, I think we blow you away.
I think so too. Yeah, please just send it to me so that I can promote it, and I will tag you and make sure I get the word out so people can start
Right.
watching the
Our
show.
audience is worldwide.
Wonderful.
We have just we're creeping up on 1.2 million viewers. So it's taken us about 4 years to get there, but and it's kind of neat. And I think that now that I have a stable platform, this Zoom, I feel much more confident with. When I first started, I was using the Skype and the WhatsApp, and it was always crapping out. And you know, I don't know if you have a wireless connection or if you got a direct connect, but you're coming through beautifully. You look great, and so anyway, so that's it. I'm leaving. If I don't see you before, I'll see you later.
Thank you, John. It was a pleasure. Have a good day.
Okay, bye-bye.